What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thanks for coming. And I just want to say thanks for all the love on my recent video of the gender reveal. We're really excited to be having a girl. But that's not what we're talking about today. What we're going to be talking about is one of my previous pregnancies. Obviously my first one, my teen pregnancy with Olivia. I get questions. I've always have had questions about this, but I've stayed quiet for Olivia because Olivia didn't want me to talk about it. But Olivia has recently told me she wants me to do it. She wants it out. So that's what I'm going to do. Before we get into this, I just want you guys to know, do not feel bad for me at all because I am 100% okay and totally fine. Okay, so I don't want any comments down in there. Oh my God, I feel so bad for you. Blah, blah, blah. Me and Olivia are totally Gucci fine. Feelings aren't hurt. We're good to go. It's been almost 12 years now. Okay, so here's the tea.
Here's the mother tea.
Basically, like a lot of questions that I get asked is, why is Olivia's last name Oliveras and why is yours Soto? Well, first off, my last name is Soto because I got married. So that's my, it's not my maiden name. But why Olivia's isn't the same as Elijah's and mine and my husband's is because Miguel is not actually Olivia's dad.
What?
So, which I'm going to explain right now, and Olivia told me to do this, gave me approval. She's totally okay with it. So here's the tea. Basically in 9th grade, I started dating this guy. I'm not going to give out his name because honestly, he doesn't deserve to have any recognition. So yeah. Okay. Started dating this guy. And he was really the first guy that ever really paid attention to me. I was 15 years old. Dated him for a year, basically. And I got pregnant at 16, 10th grade year. And so basically when I was 2 months pregnant, and the whole time I was dating him, I got really attached. And how can I say this? He didn't really treat me well, but I was young and I was dumb and I was just like, la, la, love, it's love, it's love. And it was not love. Obviously, I know that now because I'm a mature woman. But basically, I got pregnant in 10th grade year, okay? And 2 months, when I was 2 months pregnant, he broke up with me. He told me it was a break. But the funny thing is whenever he was going on a break with me, there was this girl that I was friends with, and that he was a mutual friend. I had hung out with her a lot and her family. Well, I had some speculation that he had cheated on me with her a couple of times, right? Well, it turns out that when he went on a break with me, basically she called me and asked me if he went and called me and asked if we were on a break. And I was like, that's weird. Well, they tried to hide it from me forever, but it turns out they started dating. Literally, or so I thought they started dating. So anyways, they were dating, okay, when I was 2 months pregnant. So that was really hard for me back then because I was a teenager, I was pregnant, and the guy that I thought I was going to be with forever, thank God that didn't happen, he left me for a girl that I was friends with, okay? So anyways, so I go through this whole pregnancy alone. Okay, I wouldn't say alone because I had my mom, I had my family and all of that backing me up. So I did it and I went through my pregnancy and basically after I gave birth to Olivia, he was there and he did go for the birth. I didn't hardly see him the whole time I was pregnant, but after I gave birth, when I gave birth, he did come, and he stayed in the hospital with me, and I decided to give her his last name because I was a teenager and I didn't know what I was doing, and I still loved him, or thought I did. So anyways, but the day after, you guys, this is what's the crazy part. the day after I gave birth, I found out that that other girl that he had left me for was 2 months pregnant. She was 2 months pregnant. And I was like, bro, you literally just had a kid. Well, anyways, so yeah. So basically Olivia's biological father, he has 3 daughters. Okay. So basically Olivia has 2 other sisters that you guys have no idea about. I'm not going to give their names. She has no relationship with her father or her sisters. Her father never came around. It's been 12 years, and her sisters never really came around. But the funny thing is as soon as TikTok started popping and Musically and all that, they found us, the sisters, and all of a sudden they wanted to, you know, talk to Olivia. But Olivia wasn't really interested, and they started wanting to claim Olivia as a sister. And Olivia was just like, no, you're only doing this because we have followers. Well, anyways, basically I have been a single mom to Olivia for a long time, a very long time. Basically our whole lives. Here's some pictures you guys can look through. I'm going to post them up here. But yeah, I was a single mom, and I did a really good job at being a single mom. But when Olivia was 3 years old, that's when I met my husband now. His name is Miguel. And basically that's what happened. I met my husband, and we met at Sam's, and he was around, and he would give Olivia attention, and I was really Olivia's first like father figure. And then at 23, 3 years into mine and Miguel's relationship, I got pregnant with Elijah. And then me and Miguel and Olivia, we all moved into an apartment, and that's when Miguel started really taking on the dad role. So all Olivia really knows is Miguel. Recently, we hadn't talked to Olivia's dad in about, he hasn't seen Olivia in about 4 years. I had not spoken with him in about 3 years. And recently I heard from him, and Olivia had said that she wanted to meet up with him or whatever and ask him like basically questions like why. Because the thing is Olivia's dad takes care of, basically has always taken care of the girl that he left me for. He has always been there for their daughter since day one. I don't even know if they're together anymore, but he's been a dad to her. So to Olivia, it's like, you know, why are you going to be a dad to them and not me? But I was like, okay, are you going to be there? Like, we were supposed to meet up and have lunch, and Olivia was supposed to ask him any questions she wanted to. Well, he bailed. So I basically have blocked his number because I gave him one more chance and he failed at it. And I'm not going to continue to let him hurt Olivia. So I've told Olivia, it's up to you. If you ever want to if you want to ever reach out to your dad, you can. But I'm leaving that. I've left that up to her ever since she's been older. So that is why Olivia's last name is Oliveras and why I am SOTO. Olivia is totally mature and she's okay with this. She doesn't really want a relationship with her father, and she's totally fine with it. I don't really know how she feels about her sisters, but she's got Eli and she's got this baby in my belly, a sister coming. So what I want to say is Olivia and me are totally okay. Totally fine with this. I'm actually really glad that he left me when I was a teenager because he's not really that good of a person. And the funny thing is his whole family, you guys would think like, okay, well, the dad's not around, but maybe the grandma, the aunts, the uncles, grandpas would maybe want to be around. No, it's like their whole family does not care. And it's like insane to me, but I've learned to move on as a mom. And I have learned to push it aside and know that my daughter does not need that. It's actually probably 100 times better that she's not around those types of people because they're not really a good influence. It's a good thing that I think it was God's blessing, honestly, that this happened because Olivia's turned out to be a really good kid, and I've shaped her the way I wanted to on my own. And she's got a family here. Doesn't matter if Miguel's her biological dad or not. And we've left up to Olivia if she wants to be adopted by Miguel. That's totally up to her. But of course, even though Oliveras is her biological father's last name, it is still her last name to her. It's the only thing she knows. It flows with her name, Olivia Oliveras. So she doesn't want to get rid of her last name. And that's totally okay. You know, if she doesn't, you know, whatever. Adoption papers don't mean really anything to us. Because this is our family. So if any of you kids are out there having a hard time because like maybe your dad's not around, your biological dad, just know that you're not the only one going through it. Thankfully, Olivia's got a really good head on her shoulders and she literally does not care. But yeah, that is the story, you guys. So I got pregnant, he left me, and I did it on my own, dude. Like I freaking did that on my own, and I raised my daughter and I did that, and we are doing really well for ourselves. And my husband has a great job and I have a great job, and my daughter's really smart and she goes to school and she passes and she makes great grades and she cares about her grades and she cares more about grades than boys. And yeah, that's another reason why I got so emotional whenever I found out I'm having a girl, because the last time I was having a girl, I went through so much emotions and I raised my daughter on my own, and I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. I'm having a daughter again and I don't have to raise this daughter on my own. So I just want to give a shout out to any single moms, any kids going through a rough time with maybe a parent's absent or something, because I just want to say that I know it. I was a single mom to my daughter for 6 years. Miguel didn't really step in and really help until we moved in together when I got pregnant with Eli. So I was a single mom for a good while. And it's hard. It's hard being a single mom, and shout out to you guys. And I still till today, I want to say, like, I still raise Olivia as a single mom, kind of. I don't know. But I hope this answers a lot of your questions. And like, you know, so that's the truth. We've always said that, you know, this is Olivia and Eli, their dad is Miguel, because it is true. And Olivia wasn't ready for the world to know, because that's her personal business. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's the tea, honey. And we're totally fine. We're totally happy. Again, do not feel bad for us, because literally we are the happiest, and we don't need her dad around. Well, not me, because obviously I don't need him around. But at this point, she's totally fine. She's got her grandpa as a father figure. She's got Miguel, my husband, as a father figure. And she's doing great. She's fine. She's happy. And yeah. So basically, what I want to say from this, if you are in high school and you feel like a boy loves you, and just know that high school relationships do not always last. And I'm going to just say this now. I do not promote teen pregnancy, because it was very hard raising Olivia all by myself. If you guys want to know this, I did graduate high school. What I did was after I gave birth to Olivia, I went to a school that was for like teen moms. And I basically brought Olivia to school with me, and I finished school and I graduated school. So yeah, if you guys want to know, I did graduate. My mother was not going to let me not graduate, so I really appreciate that. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys the truth. And yeah, that's it. Again, we're okay. Do not feel bad for us. Literally okay. I literally am happy it's this way. Just because of all the knowledge I know about him and his family. I don't think that's an environment I want my daughter around. Again, if she ever chooses that she wants to make contact or see him, I obviously would allow her, as long as I'm by her side and she never goes alone and whatnot. But that is also another reason why I'm very protective of Olivia. You guys know that I think you guys can tell, I make a lot of comedies about it, but sometimes I'm a little extra in my comedies, but I am very protective of Olivia, and I'm very strict with her because I don't want her to become pregnant as a teen. And I hold her very special to my heart because it's always been me and her forever. It was me and Olivia. Olivia helped me get through this breakup whenever I was hurt. After I gave birth to her, she was all I had, really. And a lot of my friends had left me after I got pregnant, and Olivia was all I had. And so I'm very close to her, and I like to hang out with her, and I like to make sure that I know what she's doing at all times. And I don't want her into boys right now, because I don't want her thinking that boys matter now, because they don't. They don't matter. You know, maybe when she's like in high school or whatever, I'll let her go on a date with me around. But yeah, that's why I just think you guys could maybe understand a little bit more. I'm just very protective over her because she's my child and she's my daughter, and she has a fragile heart, and her biological dad isn't around. So I'm the one that takes on the mom and dad role, and I am the one that has to protect her. That's how I feel. And listen, Linda, I take this very seriously. Don't mess with my daughter. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy that. The next video we post, I'm going to be telling you guys the baby's name. We do have a name picked out. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is just something that I wanted to put out there. But yeah, that's my teen pregnancy story. I was left, and it's totally okay because I'm happy now. And if there's a teen mom out there right now that got left, that's struggling, that's single, just know it does get better. It's not the end of the world. If I could go back and tell myself this whenever I was pregnant with Olivia and when I was raising Olivia, and let her know it will get better. Somebody will want you and somebody will love you. But yeah, you guys make sure to subscribe because I am going to be posting the pregnancy journey, and make sure to go follow me on TikTok and Instagram, and make sure to go follow Olivia. She's about to hit 1 million on TikTok, and I'm very proud of her because, you know, she's just like her mama. You go girl, you go girl, go girl. All right, I love you guys. Peace out, Girl Scout. Bye-bye.